It's like a real estate on the wrists. Hi everyone, I am very excited to be here with Sophia Chong. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Thomas, for having me.
It is my first time that I come at the show. I was very impressed, so congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a platform, WATCHDNA, that we try to educate people about all the brands. And basically, we launched a little bit more than a year ago. And we have, I would say, around 350 brands listed now. But for the last few months, we have been receiving a lot of inquiries about, hey, I have a traditional brand, but I also want or have a smartwatch, for example. What should I buy? We actually started to add a smartwatch component on our site.
Oh, good.
Because the idea is, and I was talking to a gentleman from Switzerland a long time ago, I asked him the question, what do you think about smartwatches and all these brands? His feedback was, listen, I love them. And I was like, oh, that's great. Why? It's like, for me, it's like a real estate on the wrists. Meaning, a lot of people in that new generation, they don't wear anything on the wrists. So when they put a smartwatch on the wrist, that gives them the option to get used to having something. And so a lot of people now, they have both. They have smartwatches and traditional watches. So why being blind? You know, I really like it. And also something that I very enjoy is learn and discover new brands. Like we are obviously on the traditional level and, you know, the automatic and the quartz and the more traditional brands. There's obviously a lot of brands that people know. And now we see this wave of independent brands, micro brands. And it's a big presence here. There's a lot of independent. The Swiss Pavillon, which is great, a lot of independent. France Éclat as well, with a lot of independent brands from France. But I also discovered a lot of Chinese brands that I had no clue about. And I love that. And, you know, discovering the movement, the components. So congratulations to you for putting that together.
I'm so glad and fulfilling to hear that you really go into detail of the looking at the show and also really come up with your own observation and insights into our show, which I feel very, very good.
One question that I had for you regarding the show and regarding obviously the mission of your new position, how do you see the show was for the last few years? What's the future? What's the next few years coming?
Okay, a big question.
But
let me do a little bit of background. The Hong Kong Watch and Clock Fair has come a long way. So it is now entering its 44th edition, meaning that it has been first launched in the past century. But then we have a new element into it, which is on the third floor, this hall, which is called the Salon de Time. From the beginning, it's a very, I would say, humble beginning of, because what Hong Kong is good at is, at that time, is the light consumer industries, including the watches and clocks. We are the world's second largest exporter in terms of watches and clocks, only second to Switzerland. Maybe Swiss watches are more valuable in terms of the value, so that's why. But in terms of volume, Hong Kong is really big. And then we are also the second largest importer of watches and clock, only second to USA. So you can also know that such a small city, so we are second in the world, both in terms of exports and imports. So in the beginning, 40 some years ago, we launched this Hong Kong Watch and Clock Fair together with two other local watch and clock associations, namely the Hong Kong Watch and Clock Manufacturers Association and the Hong Kong Federation of Watch Trade Industries. We have developed into, I would say, the world's largest watches and clocks fair in terms of the number of exhibitors and also in terms of the countries that participated. Hong Kong is strategically located south of China, meaning that across the border of Shenzhen, we have already a lot of manufacturing base, production base. We moved there since the late 1980s. So that's why in terms of cost, in terms of efficiency, manpower, we get the best of both worlds because we're one country, two systems.
I was also very pleased to be part of some conversation that you invited some of the people from the industry from Switzerland, from France, from Japan, from, you know, but I was very interesting to hear about different data from different countries that I'm not that familiar with, right? And obviously China is a very big market and is very, you know, it's one of the leader in the watch industry. It was very interesting to learn from that.
All these different associations, watches and clocks associations from different parts of the world, as you name it, all these key manufacturers, key leaders of the watch and clock industries, countries, they all gather here every year to attend the International Watch Forum, where they share latest statistics and their market trends.
We're talking about the watch and clock fair, but something that I really enjoy as well is that your organization work with a lot of different industries, right? So what will be maybe a similarity or the difference between watch and clock and other, industry that you also host here?
For HKTDC, the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, we organize some 30 some international exhibitions every year.
Yeah.
So every month, actually, we have quite a number of trade shows and sometimes public shows as well. For us, TDC, for example, the Salon de Time this year has been concurrently held not only with the Watch and Clock Fair downstairs, but also with the center stage. We try to gather some similar lifestyle level sectors to create a synergy for both the buyers.
Okay.
Nowadays, for example, department stores, importers, and even the e-commerce platforms, they are looking for lifestyle products in general, meaning that watches and clocks, of course, and also the fashion. So that's why it creates a lot of attraction for the buyers and visitors to come.
What can we expect for next year?
We have been introducing some ESG leaf on the booth, meaning that we know that the buyers and even the consumers want to know more about 100%. Whether the products they are purchasing.
Where does it come from?
Yeah, where does it come from? Yes. Also notice that a lot of watch components and products and even leather straps are now using more and more environmentally friendly materials. So that now, starting from this year, we are already giving some 30 green leaves to the exhibitors on their fascia. We are expecting more to come for next year.
Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, and good luck for the new position.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the chat with Miss Chong, and thank you again for having us.
Just call me Sophia. And
Sophia, all right, I appreciate it.